I'm Emma, the London ambassador for Portobello Road Gin, and today I'm going to show you why you should rediscover the Army and Navy cocktail. The Army and Navy is a cocktail you don't much see on menus anymore, but it's a wonderfully refreshing and simple drink with a perfect balance between sweet and sour. The history of this drink has kind of been lost to the sands of time now. It first appears in print in 1958 in the third edition of David Embry's book, Fine Art of Mixing Drinks. However, Embry does state that he doesn't lay claim to the drink. He simply adjusted the ratio of ingredients as the original recipe was, quote, horrible. Some might argue that the Army and Navy is a tiki drink due to its use of orgeat, a common ingredient in tiki-style drinks, and from the fact that it was drank in the tiki era of cocktails. However, tiki drinks are usually consisting of a rum base and lots of fruit juices, so personally I wouldn't say it's a classic tiki drink. The Army and Navy is unlikely to have ever been drank by soldiers or sailors, but it is thought that the name came from the Army and Navy Club in Washington. This is where the daiquiri was popularised, and it has been said that the Army and Navy is similar in style to the daiquiri, due to the sweet and sour components of the drink. For our Army and Navy cocktail, we're using Portobello Road Gin's Navy Strength. It's a stronger, more juniper-forward gin, really for gin lovers. There's also sea salt added, and this really pulls through the citrus flavours in the Army and Navy cocktail. Whilst the Navy are more famous for drinking rum, naval officers also had a soft spot for gin. There are records that date back to around 1793 that showed the Navy buying Hollands, which is an antiquated term for gin, from distillers to give daily rations aboard their ships. Our good friends down at Plymouth Distillery also have records showing supply of some 200 cases of gin being sent out per Navy ship and only lasting them to Gibraltar, giving some indication of the sheer quantity being drunk on board these ships. The rum and gin rations were actually stopped due to drunkenness being an issue on board. This happened on what is known as Black Top Day, which was the 31st of July 1970. Nowadays, gin is only available to purchase in the officers' mess. The term Navy Strength wasn't actually coined until closer to 1997 by Plymouth Distillery. It refers to gin that is 57% ABV and above, which happens to be the strength that the Navy like to drink their gin at. This is also referred to as being proof. Before 1816, there weren't many efficient ways of measuring the strength of spirits, and so one widely used test was to mix a few grains of gunpowder with gin and heat it. If the gunpowder lit, then the gin was deemed proof, which was thought to be 57% ABV. Proof was later discovered to be 54.5% ABV, so it transpires this test was actually inefficient. Using Portobello Road Navy Strength Gin in this cocktail will allow the salt to pull through those citrus elements to shine through without minimising the juniper notes of the gin. Now we're going to make the drink. We're going to start with Portobello Road Gin's Navy Strength. So we use 60 mils. We're then going to use Giffard Orgeat. So we want to use 8 mils of Orgeat. And finally we're going to use lemon. So we want 15 mils of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now you want to add ice and cap your shaker. And then you want to strain into a chilled coupe. When using Portobello Road Gin's Navy Strength for this cocktail, we recommend not garnishing, just to let the flavour of the gin shine through. And there you have the Army and Navy.